showers and thunderstorms today with strong southwesterly winds to 37 miles per hour.
It's a numbers game, especially for the situation that we're in. We're coming off of a high water event here 48 hours ago.
The outdoors is not a hobby. It's not our passion. It is our way of life. We make the perfect cast, slow our breathing to execute a perfect shot, spend hours researching locations and techniques. Regardless of effort, we fail. This series is not about incredible bites or trophy animals. Our goal here at Day One Outdoors is to educate our viewers utilizing new technology to offer a different perspective. Watch as we research new areas, plan out the day, and adjust to changing conditions. If not for other experienced outdoorsmen teaching me along the way, I wouldn't have this life. I owe it to them to pass this knowledge along. I owe it to you. Join us here on Day One Outdoors, and let's learn how to become more successful in the field and on the water from day one.
Orange with a spinner blade. Didn't run any spinner blades at all yesterday. Maybe that'll be the trick today. Super loose. Morning! Yes! They exist! Okay, should I bounce them in?
No. You want to net that? You the man. Came off right
came
there.
off.
That was on that little orange otter. I like
Dang it. First bite of the day went
That
off.
was on the ugly.
What? It was on that bright orange, which I like at first light, with an orange spinner. Toss me a bait. Well, that's a good start to the day. Got our first bite in the first 2 minutes. We've seen there's one on there. These guys here have had a couple on, so things have changed. You know, sockeye fishing is supposed to be fast and furious. That did not happen yesterday afternoon. We got the one nice king. Honestly, we had 6, 8 bites, maybe even a few more. They just weren't sticking. And so something was up. Something was a little bit wrong. It seemed like the flow was right. We knew the fish were here. They were rolling all around us. Sockeye have been known to cross over 2 dams in a single day, so they cover a lot of ground quickly. So I think what might have happened yesterday is when we started fishing a little bit later on in the afternoon, they had dropped the flow a little bit. That might have got those fish a little bit active. They hit that fish ladder and boogied on up to the next system up, the next pool up. So last night, this area started reloading with a lot of sockeye, and it looks like they're biting right now. The water level is down at least 1.5 feet, 2 feet. There's less current. We're able to control our presentation a lot better. It's not too bouncy out here like it was yesterday at some points when they increased the flow. So it's a good start. We got a long ways to go, especially with 3 guys, 2 fish limit, especially if we keep losing them, but it's a good start. We'll take it. Yeah, buddy. Came off. Dude, how do we keep losing these things? Okay, is it hook placement? Is it, I don't know, you got different hooks on there even.
Wah, wah, wah.
0 for 2.
0 for 2. I don't know, it looks good. The bait still looks good. The rod was buried.
It was down, man.
It looked like he just came up and just, I don't know.
Hit the weight, man, hit the weight.
All right.
We're starting off today just like we left yesterday by losing fish. Jerry just lost that one, and we have 2 completely different hook setups. So we know it's not the style of hooks and the distance that we have between them. He had 2 single hooks on that one. On mine, I got a single with a stinger treble, and we're still losing fish. So either the fish are biting it weird, which I don't think is the case because other guys are landing them, or we're doing something different. Maybe it's the drag setting, maybe we need to speed up, maybe we need to set the hook, maybe we need to be more gentle with them. I'm gonna rely on the captain here. He's actually been the guy up here doing this every day.
It's the angle of the dangle of the sharp thing that's supposed to stick them in their mouth is not getting them in the mouth. There he is.
Right here, the food.
Oh, I tried power setting, that didn't work. We're
Dude,
trying.
what
We're
is
trying.
going on? 0 for 3.
0 for 3.
But 0 in the box.
There he is. Got him. He's
Actually
there.
got one
He's
on.
there. Get him. Get
Hurry
him.
up.
Right there.
I don't want to lose another one. Scoop, score. Yeah.
We did it! We did it! We did it! We
First
did
one
it!
in the boat.
We got him in the boat.
And look, hook came out.
Hook came out. I didn't bang it off the side of the boat. It stayed on to the boat. Now we're gonna put it
Hey.
in the boat.
It looks like a sockeye, but smaller.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just a little guy.
Yeah.
But I don't care. It's the first one. We're on the board.
Nice of Cody to break the ice for us. Good job.
7 more to go.
White hoochie, pearl wing, spin and glow. Look at that. Swish.
Got another one.
Rick.
Oh, came
Oh,
off,
fish
came off.
gone.
Fish came off.
Okay, give me my lure back. I want to get back in the water.
Okay. So this is the backward side of the sockeye.
Let's talk about the anatomy of a sockeye. How are you holding that fish?
It's gonna slip out of my hand.
There is finally our first sockeye of the morning, and he is not the biggest sockeye, but dang it, we finally landed one, so I'll take it. So far this morning, I've had 2 bites on my 2 setups. So what we're doing here is Adam has his 2 lines out, Jared has chosen 2 color setups, and I've done the same up here in the front. I'm running solid orange on the left, the one I just caught this fish on, which was solid white. Solid white Dodger with a white hoochie in behind it. There you go, fish on right behind you, see him?
Net me.
Oh, little fishy.
Don't screw this up, Jared. He gone.
He's right there. Get him.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come
I
on.
can't see him. Hey, there's 2. All right, you deal with that. I need to get my line back in.
All right. You know, this is kind of average size sockeye. They did get a little bit bigger than this. The ones I've been catching this year have been, you know, significantly, bigger. So, but it's a good sockeye. Good start. We broke the ice, right? Twice now. So, anyway, I caught it on a size 5 fast limit Dodger, about an 11-inch leader to a double rooked rig with a spinning glow. I like an 11 to 13-inch leader is kind of what I generally run for sockeyes. Sometimes even shorter. And sometimes that 1-inch difference will make a difference between multiple fish and maybe only one. So good thing to try to change up too if you're not getting fishes at leader length.
Got him.
Oh,
pulled it out of his mouth.
oh, don't give me the pulled it out of his mouth. He was swimming with it.
Did the guy? No.
Let him chew, gone. Shrimp me. Giving each other a hard time.
He didn't have it. Sometimes you go out and you whack them, right? You go the next day with the exact same thing, and you can see them rolling everywhere. They don't want to bite or test this. Switch stuff up. You figure out something that works for like 8 minutes, and boom, 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 and then 45 minutes goes by, and you're still thinking, all right, what can I do different now? How can I please these fish? I don't know. It's just fun. That's part of the fun.
Oh, goodness. Might have to change it up a little. Do we go shallower? Do we go deeper? I'm not seeing them roll right now. So did that little group move on? Waiting on the next little group?
Got to do something to get these fish to start biting again. That was a really good bite for about 2 laps and then done. So either the fish moved on or something changed. We'll see.
Fishfield is your one-stop shop online for the gear you need here in the Pacific Northwest and beyond. From salmon and steelhead, saltwater, trout and kokanee, even crabbing. Visit fishfield.com today to place an order with no sales tax and have the gear you need shipped fast. Fishfield.com, we have what the Northwest outdoorsman needs.
Every once in a while, a new lure comes along that catches every angler's attention. It could be because of all the irresistible colors and finishes, or the patented skip beat action. Or maybe it's the wide variety of sizes designed for salmon, trout, walleye, steelhead, mackinaw, and more. But just for the record, we know one thing for certain. We didn't design the maglip to catch fishermen. Yakima Bait Company.
We put 4 and a king in the box. And then
Get him. You want to get the net for me, buddy? Okay, here he comes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. He dodged the Dodger. Don't cracker this fish off. Oh, now he's fighting. Look at that. I can't get him.
He's us.
I don't like this net.
I don't like this net. Do you need me to do it, Jared?
The net.
Dude, the net works. Here, give me this. Just lift. Straight up.
There we go. Oh, I love fishing with friends. Give each other a hard time.
I'm afraid I'm gonna break it. It feels so frail. I'm afraid if I go quick, it's gonna snap.
The net? Oh no. The little white hoochie's been pretty good to you.
White Dodger?
White Dodger, white hoochie.
They're laughing at my net job. Well, here's the deal, right? Let me ask you a question. Would you eat a bowl of cereal with a baby spoon as an adult? No. That's what I'm doing. I got this baby spoon and I'm trying to net this damn fish. I need something built for me so I can reach out, whoop, and scoop them up. Not this little bitty freaking fish net. I eat cereal with that net.
It's a net designed for skilled netters. You know, he just doesn't have very good aim, so he needs a much bigger net to get him.
It's a long ways to the water with that short net from 7 feet. I need a 6-foot handle, not this little thing.
It's got a lamprey mark on it. It's a type of eel native to the Columbia River system. And they kind of like to hang around, a lot of lampreys around dams and fish ladders, and as these fish start using the dams, migrate upstream, those lampreys will attach, and looks like that one came off pretty soon. It didn't really penetrate the skin. Usually that's an open sore. And they're kind of like a parasite. They just feed off the fish.
One of those things that's frustrating about the sockeye fishing too, right, is, you know, just as you get bit or do with this or do with that, we're fishing right next to the dam, and so the dam, you know, you'll look over and you'll say, oh yeah, it's good. Boom, 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 you start getting bit, and the next thing you know, you're like, oh, we're not getting bit. And the boat starts rocking. And you look over and, you know, there might be 2 or 3 gates open, and so the water's just going, so there's no real stability all day sometimes. So you get those little moments, those windows when the water's right, the sun's right, the light's right, the bait's right, the color's right, or whatever, and you start getting bit, and then everything changes until you got to rethink it. So,
well, that White Dodger with the white hoochie and the UV, almost moon glow wings on that spin glow seems to be getting bit pretty consistently here for me. And what I've noticed here, it is always getting bit on the inside turn. So as Adam is turning the boat, that Dodger is falling through the water, and so that means one of 2 things. Either it's a depth issue, we need to be fishing a little bit deeper, or it's a speed issue, we need to be fishing a little bit slower. On that inside turn, the gear slows down and it drops, but it also goes deeper in the water column too. So that might be something that we need to consider, or it could just be dumb luck. But it's been getting bit consistently. That White Dodger here during low light, I love doing that. It's what I use for kokanee too. I like it. That's my second one, so I am tagged out.
nothing like getting slimy on your birthday. Yeah. When you're sockeye fishing, like I was talking earlier, you got to change things a lot, right? And that can either be kind of, you know, depending on who you are, a blessing or a curse, right? Because I like to play with my toys. All these shiny things are my toys. So this is where I get to play with them. So now I get to change this out. I'm gonna try something different. And when it gets bit, well, I'll be like, woohoo! And 25 minutes later, I'll be bored with that, and I get to try another toy. So use your toys. It's fun.
There he is. Oh, 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 oh!
Come on back, dude.
Oh, he's all wrapped up. Scoop him!
Scoop score. Hey, Adam's got one finally.
I got a sockeye!
Well, let me ask, when was the last time you actually personally caught one? You always had it.
A long time.
Yeah.
A long time. I don't get a real fish in very much. Even when I fish for fun anymore, I usually got my kids with, and they just reel everything.
Yeah, true. Well, the water has changed flow at least 4 or 5 different times this morning, and right now they're letting out a ton of water. But hey, we got bit, so maybe it's just change. Maybe it's not necessarily speed of the water, like having a consistent flow, maybe it's just change. So if it's low, we need them to bump it up. If it's bumped up, we need them to drop it down just a little bit. Maybe just that little fluctuation in the water gets these fish fired up. Because we just missed one, we saw another one get caught, and then Adam got this one here in the last 5 minutes since they started pumping water.
I got me a sockeye. They've been a little smaller today than they have been the last few days. I think same size fish kind of run together, and today we just got a little bit smaller batch of fish in here. That could change. We could get a new batch in here in the next 10 minutes, and they could be twice as big as these, so fingers crossed.
No tangles.
Yeah, like. Oh, you dirty little.
Inside turn.
Well, the sun has just hit the water, and I've been running solid colors all morning with that low light. On this side, I had a bite on the red Dodger with the red spinner. We've also had a bite on the candy corn, the rainbow with the chartreuse spinner. but my best one has been that white Dodger with the white hoochie. But since the sun is on the water, we're getting more light penetration. Time to go away from solid colors and do some more reflective. Now I'm staying with that white hoochie with the spin glow on that side, but I just changed it up to a silver with moon glow tape, fast limit Dodger. And on this guy here, switching off the rainbow. And because I already have my 2 Sockeye on my tag, I want to target kings. And spring and summer kings have a real hard time saying no to chartreuse and silver, especially a 3.0 spinfish stuffed with fish nip.
They cranked up the water and sucked out the fish we had in here that were getting bit and catching this morning. Seems like I'm not marking a whole lot on the graph. It's pretty quiet, not seeing fish get caught. And so now we're just kind of waiting on from downriver, sucking up a new batch of fish in here for us to catch. We needed to hurry up and get here.
Another finicky thing trying to figure all this crap out.
Oh, fish on, fish on. Here you go, Jared. Here you go, buddy. Thanks, buddy.
Nice. Is it that white hoochie still?
White hoochie.
And that white hoochie, see, that's what we were talking about earlier. Like, how you never know what's going to trigger a sockeye. I would have never fished a white hoochie for a sockeye. It's always been one color, pink, 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 or pink, or pink, or pink, or pink, or pink. That's all we've ever fished. So
He smoked that.
So I'd never thought when Cody rigged this up that this was going to be our hottest rig this morning. For one, it has black hooks. Everything I've ever done for sockeye is red or pink hooks, orange hooks, never black hooks. And then the Tencel, white hoochie, I've never done that. The spin and glow I get with the UV wings, I like that, but this combo just didn't seem like it was sockeye to me. But look, there's the sockeye.
What I did too is I just switched over with the sun hitting the water to that silver with the moon glow Dodger. I was using that all white Dodger all morning, but the second the sun hit the water, switch over to this guy. I think that was our second pass through. Bam, got him.
Yeah, you just got to keep changing it, just like kokanee fishing.
Just like kokanee fishing.
Just like kokanee fishing. You can play with your toys.
Exactly. So we are still landing a few, a lot better than our catch rate yesterday where we just lost a lot of fish. And it still seems like they're biting weird. They're just kind of coming up and nipping at it. Even that one that just throttled the rod down, it was pinned down, rod tip in the water. You know what? By the time we got it in the net, the second it touched the net, hook came out. So I don't know if they're just coming up barely nipping at it or what the situation is. Maybe it's just because today's graded fish is a little bit smaller. You know, honestly, sockeye fishing is typically known for being fast and furious. Most people, you hear stories about guys having an entire boat limit by 7 o'clock in the morning before the sun even comes up over top of the hill. That's not always the case. You get water conditions that change drastically like what we're experiencing here today. But most importantly, these fish travel dozens of miles a day. They've been known to cross 2 dams in one day. So it could just be a matter of time before the next push fish come in, or we might be sitting on a little hole in that run where there's just not many fish around. But the reality is, we already got 5 sockeye in the box. That's not bad. If we were out salmon fishing for Chinook, we would be pretty darn happy. So, can't complain. Besides, these things eat really, really well too. So we're just gonna keep on chipping away at them, hopefully find another king or two, and see if we can't get our limit of sockeye here eventually this morning.
Salmon swim up to 3,000 miles to return to their exact place of birth to reproduce. Well, most of the time.
With this water pumping as fast as it is, what I really like about these fast limit Dodgers is that you can tune them. Unlike some of the 360 flashers or other Dodgers that we might use, these guys here, you can bend them to the current or the troll speed that you're using that day. So on this one over here, we were trolling pretty slow, and so I bent this back end like so to give it more of a tail whip to get that spin globe moving. Well, now that the current's ripping, I'm gonna flatten it out, and then even on the top right here, I'm gonna push it back the opposite direction of the cup. So when I bend it back the opposite direction, that is going to slow down my Dodger in this faster current.
We're gonna go to the other side and see what the water's like right at the dead line, right before the fish ladder, right up as close as you can get to it. See if there's a little soft spot there that we could maybe yank a couple out real quick.
Getting nautical. Getting nautical. We're only fishing in that 12 to 15 feet of water, and we got to make sure we keep it up off the bottom. We don't want to be dragging. This is not spring Chinook fishing. And these fish, for the most part, are going to be in the mid-water column. You got him? Yeah, putty. Nice move, Adam. Yeah, nice move, man. All right, all credit goes to Adam, our captain, our guide.
He came through big time.
It's been a long dry spell. This water is just ripping out of the dam, and the usual spot where almost everyone fishes, well, not almost everyone, where everyone fishes, is not producing. So he found a little tiny soft spot over here, pretty much the only place where these fish can hang and be comfortable and start to stack up. And we're on our second lap through, and bam, fish in the boat.
Woohoo!
And that is number 6.
That's number 6, and I changed it because the bite was so finicky, and so I just have the size 5 fast limit Dodger and just 2 beads, so I ran it naked with no blade, no spinning gloves, nothing.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and a whole shrimp instead of a tail.
Doesn't take much, man. Well, I just popped his gills right here. Sockeye are incredibly good to eat, and that's because of their diet. They eat a lot of shrimp and krill out in the ocean, so their meat is bright red. We've worked really hard to catch these fish, traveled a long ways. We need to do the best we can to take care of them. And to do that, you pop their gills, and it takes all the blood out of the meat, which help removes that fishy flavor or even that dirt flavor that you sometimes get on store-bought fish. The flow changed out of Wells Dam. Not much, just very slightly. They lessened the flow. You see the water level dropping on the shoreline just a touch. The current has changed. And like we mentioned earlier today, all you need is just a little bit of change to hopefully get these fish to bite.
Up here where we've been fishing the last couple days at Wells for Sockeye and Kings, they did an emergency opener for Summer Kings 4th of July, that Saturday. The run came in bigger than expected, and so that was a nice surprise. And that's pretty common anymore with our salmon runs. They really don't announce a season opener until they start getting those hard numbers over Bonneville and they get a really good idea of what we're actually going to get.
Nice job, Jared.
I just dropped this in the water 2 minutes ago. I was talking about putting the krill and eel oil on it just to freshen them up for the first lap. That's kind of one of those benefits of that scent thing, right? There wouldn't have been the additional scent there, you know, maybe for that fish to pick up because the bait had been in the water for a while. So.
Running around, clearing lines, big Chinook, big Chinook. That current's sucking it out in the middle of the channel too. Let him run, buddy, let him run.
Yeah, this current's really weird here. Behind us is a dam, and the water just keeps going up and down and up and down. And when these fish get their head and they turn into that going with it, I mean, you know, you gotta coax them back just a little bit sometimes.
Here he is.
Right
He's right
Here
here.
you go, buddy.
Oh, you dirty. There you go.
Ski him in. Yeah, buddy.
Got him.
Woo!
Nice.
We got a king.
We got a big one. Not the little one, it's a big one.
Hatchery. Hatchery.
Ooh, and it's a bonker too.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
We thought that they lowered the water down a little bit, and maybe they did by 10 CFS out of 200,000, but first lap through there. And Adam, I think you said it too. No one's over here. No one's fishing. So these fish have not been pressured. And our first pass through there, spin fish, crush. Love it.
That's one, like I said, just ended up with that krill and soil, freshen up the bait, and boom, bright, beautiful Chinook. That's a double treble 3.0 spin fish, 36 inches a leader behind my Pro Tro flasher. So that's kind of been a good number for me, 36 to 38 inches on that leader. So
There you go.
yeah.
Birthday fish.
Birthday fish.
Whew. That was a fire drill. Oh, right on that hard corner too, where the current sucks you out into the main channel, and that was a little sketchy, but got a hatchery Chinook. Love it.
And my favorite part about the whole thing was that Adam missed the net job too, so now he can't yell at me.
With the big net I missed.
Yeah, with the big net.
The big fly swatter.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to end with that birthday fish there for the big man.
Yeah.
Nice little hatchery king. That was perfect. It is getting way too warm out here today, and honestly, this was a quick trip. I got to get back to work guiding here tomorrow. Jared has to get back to the office working at Yakima Bait Company. Adam has more clients coming in tomorrow. We had an afternoon last night to fish and a morning here today to fish, and we made the most of it. Now last night we struggled. We lost a lot of fish, but we made up for it today by getting our limited sockeye plus a bonus king. But now it's time to cool down. We're already spraying each other off with the hose because it's so hot out here. Time to reel up and hit the road. Time to go back to work.